Shout out to the two. What's going on, y'all? We back on the grid. Thursday this time. I had to do a Thursday upload because, the NFL had to run over on a Tuesday. So we could do our earlier recordings. But we back for another week of the podcast. Fellas, what's going on with y'all?
It's going good, man. You know what I'm saying? An unexpected bye week for us, but, glad to be back football.
That's right.
It's good to be part of a team with no protocol misfunction and going undefeated, always.
Don't it feel good to be undefeated, boys?
Oh, man, it feels great. It feels amazing.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, but hey, remember, it's not how you start, it's about how you finish.
You're right. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You're right.
You don't want to go undefeated. You don't want to go undefeated the whole.
Being undefeated. I ain't trying to hear him.
Don't want to go undefeated the whole way, kid, and then take a unexpected L. Rest your starters week 17, and
talk about it.
I mean, I can relate, but last time we did that, our boys came out with the dub. But it is what it is. What's the rundown today, though, Patriot?
You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of stuff. We're going to try to make it a nice, quick, rapid fire show, man. But first things first, man, let's go ahead and start off with Dak Prescott. His injury, kind of a little gruesome to some people. Basically had a compound fracture in his ankle, dislocated his ankle as well. Basically all that means is his ankle is destroyed. It's done. The bone went through the skin. And he's out for the rest of the season. They said he'll be back for off-season stuff next year, so probably towards training camp. But as you know, he's playing on the franchise tag. He was looking for a big-time deal before the season and was looking for one after that. So, it sucks for Dak, man. Not on a long-term deal. Kid, what's your whole thoughts on the whole Dak Prescott injury situation? How does that lead the Cowboys, and what does that mean for Dak?
I mean, as I was watching it, I honestly, it was just so, random, because he didn't even react to it. He just sat there, and then once the camera went up on it, I was like, oh, man, that ankle kind of turned, which is crazy. But it's unfortunate, man, especially the season that they was going with. In my personal opinion, I didn't feel like they was as bad as their record. They just had to learn how to, start games up a little bit faster, and I think eventually they would have been going. But, with them being in NFC East, anything was pretty much possible as is, so. They still could have possibly won that division. Who knows what will happen with the Cowboys in the playoffs. But with that being said, I mean, even with Andy Dalton in there, I still feel like they'll be able to overcome that. Because like I said, that division is weak. And so what does this mean for Dak, though? It depends on how the Cowboys finish. In my opinion, I feel like Jerry's going to probably wait it out. If the Cowboys can get to the playoffs, Jerry might look the other way and say, hey, man, we could just put anybody in this quarterback position. Why should I have to pay you 35 plus million a year? Now you coming off of an injury. I don't even know how you're gonna perform. Jerry's already, hesitating on giving him a big contract as is. So it's gonna be really interesting to see how that whole thing plays out, because if you think about it, I was talking to somebody on Twitter about this. I was like, Dak pretty much replaced Romo from an injury. Romo went down, they went with the rookie. Now, depending on where the Cowboys finish, I don't know how deep this quarterback draft is. If a quarterback happens to fall in their path, now albeit I think free agency comes before the draft anyway, so you got that element in it. But who knows, man? Jerry is a tricky one, man. People saying Jerry gonna take care of Dak, but I personally don't see it, man. I don't see it, but we'll see.
Boy, what's your thoughts on the whole situation?
I have a double-edged sword on this because being from the Steelers, hey, Big Ben had an accident himself, not as bad as Dak's, I believe. It was off a motorcycle, but I feel like he deserved his money. I feel like Dak deserved every penny he's going to get. Is he going to get that $40 million? It just sucks to see that, man. Basically, Jerry Jones basically made him gamble, and he lost. That sucks. I just believe that Dak he's a franchise quarterback, and if he don't get paid from the Cowboys, I swear I could see him going to like the Redskins or somewhere real close where he could just beat their ass every year. I could see.
Zilla, what's your whole thoughts on the whole Dak Prescott injury in the Cowboys?
He's gonna get paid, even if it takes another year. Cowboys are.
I feel you. My whole thing on the whole Dak Prescott thing is this is exactly why players, hold out. This is exactly why players don't want to play. Earl Thomas, another example, when he's with the Seahawks, and he handled the situation different than Dak. He gave the GM and the owner stuff the finger as he going off, which I thought Dak would have done because that's what I would have did. But people keep saying, Jerry gonna take care of him. Jerry has shown in years past, he's willing to move on and stuff. And if he was going to take care of Dak, why is he waiting so much right now? Like, what has changed from this year to last year for you to think that he's going to get taken care of? So he's probably going to get put on another franchise tag. If I'm Dak, to be honest with you, I don't play another snap for the Cowboys unless I get a long-term deal. That's just my thinking of it.
That's where I'm at with it. Exactly.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say like pretty much like what you said. Like what was going to change? What was going to change for Jerry to say, all right, I'm gonna lock you in? Like obviously, It's been multiple reports coming out as to what was the real reason why they couldn't get a deal done. It had to have been a number. Had to have been out of maybe the number of years or the total amount or guarantee, whatever it was.
It's probably both.
Jerry wasn't feeling it.
He probably wanted so many years and probably too much money.
Dak pretty much. Because Dak pretty much
probably go lower.
Because he pretty much said, if you want me, I'll take a discount, but you need to give me an extra year on the contract. And so Jerry wasn't willing to do that. He was trying to get the discount and the shorter term contract. And Dak. I mean, people saying Dak's asking for too much. Look, when it comes to contract negotiations and stuff, the next man up is typically going to get paid. It's just basically depending on your time. If you look at it, Dak's worth is a lot because think about it. If they didn't have Dak Prescott, who they weren't even thinking about the franchise quarterback, and Romo was getting hurt consistently and stuff, who was who's going to be their bridge gap? Who's going to be that guy? They was willing to take Johnny Manziel over Zach Martin. So who knows if they would have made the right quarterback decision. So the fact that Dak Prescott gave you an out that was unexpected from Romo to where it is now, I mean, and he's done everything. Only thing he hasn't done is go take us into the conference championship. But he has more playoff wins than Tony Romo. And you gave him that extension. I think you gave him that extension before he even won a playoff game.
Sorry, I could swear Romo won a playoff game, sir.
I know. What I'm saying? He's won a playoff game, but I'm saying I think he got the extension before he won it. If I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Or he might have gotten after the when he beat the Lions. But again, Dak has more playoff wins than Tony Romo. So my whole thing.
No, they both won. They both had one.
He got two. No, Romo got two. Not Romo. Dak only got one. I thought he got two.
He beat the Seahawks. That was it.
If I was Dak, I wouldn't even would have signed that franchise tag.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on.
Didn't he beat the Rams?
No, because they didn't make the playoffs last year.
No, they beat the Seahawks, and then they lost to the Rams.
But he still performed. He still performed the playoffs, and then also too in the losses too. I would say with Dak, the ones against the Packers. I mean, that's just Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, that man come down to that stadium, man. They know what time it is. But I think Romo got two. Romo might have two.
He might got two.
Yeah, Romo got more wins. He got more wins.
He got like two.
I want to say he got two. I'll look it up.
Either way,
they both.
It's based on how what's his name?
Andy Dalton plays.
It's situational. It's definitely situational.
If Andy Dalton comes in there and somehow they make the playoffs, still that's just gonna cut into his.
Yeah, I feel you. So it depends how the record is. And one last thing on Dak, and people are saying he's asking for too much money. Dak knows that TV deal money's coming in, and that has nothing to do with COVID. Yeah. So he's the salary cap might spike up a little bit now. It's been reports that the salary cap next year is going to be shorter than years past because of COVID and they're trying to budget and all that stuff. So that's one way to look at it. So, some people say a franchise tag may be better for both sides because the cap may be lower and everything. But if I'm Dak, again, look, I ain't playing another snap for you, Jerry, until I get a long-term deal, until I get some kind of security. Because, again, the reason for the franchise tag is to gamble on the person. And hopefully that, you just use him up as much as you can. Hopefully he gets hurt or something and you can be able to get rid of him. And that's why I always say, go get your money.
They play too long.
I mean, shoot. I was just saying, you never know. This, and the injury is bad because when I initially saw it, Kid said, he was kind of pointing, and I'm thinking, oh, it's not as bad. But then when I saw it, I said, oh, that's just adrenaline going through him. He just ain't really hit him yet. And I think once
got the good injury, he's gonna be right back. Not even.
I mean, I think he'll be back, but again, do you take like I said, it's the NFL. One hit, your career can be, done forever. So if I'm Dak, I know, but I'm saying in a contract year for you,
he should have an insurance policy though.
My insurance policy is give me a long-term deal. That's my insurance policy. I ain't playing for Jerry.
For Dak, he probably got an insurance policy for that.
Now, Kid over here, he a friend of Jerry, so you know what I'm saying. If Jerry told Kid, told Dak he better play on that franchise tag, Kid said he gonna tell Dak.
Hey,
No, they gonna put him on the franchise again.
They gonna tag him because they gonna want to get some value from him. They ain't gonna just let him walk.
Yeah, that's what you're gonna say. That's what you're gonna tell him, kid. If Jerry tell you to tell Dak, you better put on that franchise tag.
Hey, I mean, look, if I'm Dak, I ain't playing on it. They got to find me, but I mean, he had the money. He'll be straight. Especially coming up this year, he'll definitely be fine. He'll take them fines. He'll still be fine.
And especially if they start losing too,
right?
That's when So
see, I don't know.
The ball is in Dak's court, but I think that team. And I was telling Sel this he tried to get soft on me on Twitter, talking about I was gonna block me. But I was telling him, look, that team. Look, if you look at how that team is constructed, you really, I feel like personally, Dalton come in there and win them some games. I think he can win them that division.
Don's a starting quarterback. Like he's a starting quarterback. Like, he's probably the best. He's probably the best backup in the NFL right now.
You got.
I give him that.
You got a good set of weapons at wide receiver. You got a running back. I mean, you don't really need the quarterback to do too much in that offense.
Andy Dalton is better than Jameis.
I'm about to say Andy Dalton is.
Once upon a time, Andy Dalton was a good quarterback on a semi-good team.
He was good, but I'll still take Jameis.
And James thought turning the ball over. Andy Dalton not doing that. And again, like kids said, for the Cowboys, handing off to Zeke. Now the offensive line is kind of shaky, so we'll see how about that. But like Andy Dalton came in there on the last drive, 2 great passes to Michael Gallup with amazing catches, and I think Andy Dalton can do that. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. Again, hopefully Dak, he had surgery the same night. Everything went good, so hopefully he comes back, bounces back, and see him, because when that injury went down, like, I'm not even a Cowboy fan. I felt bad for Dak.
That ain't
like
career ending.
I ain't a Cowboy fan, and I felt bad for Dak. And you saw how much he's respected looking throughout the league.
Look, I feel for him. Wish him the best,
sucks, bro.
best recovery. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just gonna chill out on that, because I would definitely like to say something to some Cowboy fans that was talking about Rodgers' injury. Yeah.
Hey, kid, I was just about to say one last thing before I move on. Hey, football guys,
all them
not
jokes,
playing this year.
Yeah, I left them alone. You know what I'm talking about? All them collarbone injuries, all them collarbone jokes I was seeing.
Broken collarbone.
Yeah.
Come guys, stop playing. I know kid would go back and forth. Kid want to go back and forth with that, but they having a good season this year.
I leave that alone.
They having a good season this year.
Right.
But let's move on to the next topic. And Boyd, I'm gonna get your first opinion on this, man. So, former now New York Jet running back, former Pittsburgh Steelers all-pro running back, Leveon Bell. He held out with the Steelers. I think it was like 2-3 years ago. It was like 2-3 years ago. He wanted to get paid. He got held out. Steelers didn't pay him. He ended up walking, goes to New York, and then apparently Adam Gase never wanted him, and he and Gase been going back and forth. Bell's been liking tweets talking about New York trash and Jets, all this stuff, and then the Jets tried to trade him, and then like a day later they ended up cutting him. I think he's still going to account for $8 million this year and then $6 million next year on their cap. So they're still going to be paying him this year and next year, even though he's not on the team. Boy, I'm gonna let you get it real quick. The floor is yours, man. What is your thoughts on this whole Le'Veon Bell situation? And then at the end of your rant, where do you think he's going to go?
Ooh, buddy. Hey, motherfucker got lazy, didn't he? You know what?
Get it off the chest, boy.
Hold on. Is this boy? I feel like this is Hank Hill speaking, not Boy. I think this is Hank Hill speaking. Hank Hill's his alter ego. Is this Hank Hill?
I would like to say congratulations to the Steelers for not buying into that fraud. And when I say fraud, there's a such thing as a Barry Sanders and an Emmitt Smith. Barry Sanders was just all-time great. Emmitt Smith was good with a good line. And Le'Veon Bell falls under that, a good player with a good line. I wouldn't even call him a good player. He's an average running back.
Oh, come on now.
Who knew how to catch the ball.
Tell him, boy.
Who knew how to catch the ball.
Average?
And he had a great line.
He's not even getting thrown. Can I
talk? I could have sworn y'all gave me the floor.
Boy, say Big Ben make all them average dudes look like Hall of Fame.
You good, boy. My fault. Go ahead, boy.
I would like to add all of the so-called Big Ben did this, Big Ben did that. Big Ben is undefeated. And where is Le'Veon? On a losing team on a couch, and AB somewhere, God knows where.
Don't even bring AB into this. That man.
Excuse me, this is my floor, because this is just a note. When y'all try to so-called fight for these players, know what y'all fighting for. Know what you fighting for. This man got lazy. I quote: the man said in a Jets post said, dude, I got complacent after I got paid. Who the fuck says that? After you got paid, after all this fighting that you did to get paid, you got lazy? So why would we pay you? Steelers, good job, great job for just showing what they were. Now, a lot of people was like, well, you know, he held out for his rights as a man or some bullshit about money. Fuck all that. They saw that he was lazy and he was trying to get paid. Now he don't like New York no more. Trying to start all those weak-ass mixtapes. Oh, I'm in New York now. I got to feel it. Look what happened. Look what happened when you try to focus on rap over your sport. My man, your primary focus should have been football. He got paid. He turned into Eddie Lacy. I'm done with him.
Whoa.
And he ain't coming back.
Sir.
He ain't coming back to the Steelers. Take your ass
relax.
over there to the Bears or to the goddamn Broncos. Go somewhere else. Get out of the AFC. AFC ain't for you, man. You too lazy. You ain't good enough here no more. Go to the NFC. That's all I gotta say.
Shots fired at the NFC.
Well, Eddie Lacy just took us straight for no reason.
He said he needed to go.
Bro,
No reason at all.
That was a straight bullet if I've been seen one. But boy, where do you think he should go? Where do you think Le'Veon should go?
I believe he should go to the Bears. Go to the Bears. They need somebody over there. Go to the Bears or go to the Buccaneers. Don't come to the AFC. We don't want you over there.
Don't they already got Bell? Or not Le'Veon?
Buccaneers got another player. They don't need another running back.
Yeah.
Don't they got McCoy?
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing. But kid,
he injured though. Ain't McCoy injured?
He always injured. Anyway, kid, what's your thoughts on Le'Veon Bell, man?
It's unfortunate, you know. I tried to tell people, you know, a year ago, putting them in their top 5 running backs in the league, even though he ain't played in the year.
Terrible.
You know, it sucks. It's unfortunate. Was the Packers in the mix for him? I don't know if they was in the mix for him. Anyway, it's unfortunate that that's what's going on with the Jets, man. The Jets is a mess right now. With that being said, what team do I see him going to? Like I said, I tweeted out, I can see him going to the Bears possibly. You know, they lost Tariq Cohen for the season. I'm trying to think another team.
And they're talking about him going to the Chiefs too.
I seen some with the Chiefs as well. But other than that, I really have no idea. I even seen the Ravens. Ravens name popped up. Y'all looking at Le'Veon?
Ravens and Miami
Everybody's
Heat.
always going to the Ravens.
Ravens and Miami Heat.
Everybody's going to the Ravens.
You said Ravens and New Miami Heat?
Nobody going.
Yeah, they're the Miami Heat.
It's like, oh man, Ravens, you know, really focus on this player.
People tweeting we might get Julio. I'm like, man, don't put that evil on me. Don't put that evil on me.
Who's gonna be a better tight end than him or Mark Andrews?
Oh, don't put that.
I'm putting $20 on Julio.
Don't put that evil on me.
What you got, Zilla? What's your thoughts on it?
We all know they coach is trash. Like Adam
Oh,
Gase.
don't you do it. Don't you do it.
We all know Adam Gase is terrible. Adam Gase never wanted Le'Veon Bell. But Le'Veon Bell, too, I bet probably wasn't taking it seriously. So, you think he's done? You really think he's done? Even if he goes to like a team like Arizona?
I think he's done.
Even if he goes to a team
Use
Arizona?
the W word.
You think he's
I just said go to NFC.
Now, the best team to probably get the use out of him probably would be the Ravens. I mean, the way that they run the ball. I mean,
shoot, they don't even use Dobbins.
Huh?
They don't need no more
Forget the
running
rookie,
back.
bro.
They need
A
wide
lot of these
receivers.
rookies ain't really getting no burn like that. Though. It's like a handful of
running
rookies getting burned right now.
We already used 3. We need 4. But
Y'all use 4 already. Y'all need 5.
You know, it's crazy. Le'Veon probably y'all best receiver, though. Put him on the team, though.
That's what I said. Is he going to be a wide receiver? I said, if he's going to be a wide receiver, then.
this
shit. Look at that shot.
He
man.
could go to New Orleans and be their second best receiver. But
We'll talk about New Orleans in a quick second.
nah. I feel like he could go to Arizona, Chicago, where he could be a wide receiver for the Packers. They need enough.
No, we good, brother. We good, man.
Where else? Seattle. I don't know. There's a bunch of places he could go. They just.
So
I don't
sad.
think
A top 5 running
he's
back.
completely
Once
done.
upon a time.
If he gets with a good team, I think he could produce.
He on a good team. Of course they're gonna produce. They're a good team. Y'all trying to set up excuses for this man. Don't. I told y'all what was coming.
I feel you on that. I don't think he's necessarily washed. Maybe him being the all-pro, guy like that. Maybe that part of his career is over. But I still think he can be a good running back in the league. Split some carries, dual third kind of back. I think that an issue that I hear in New York is he's out of shape. So maybe he gets in shape and everything. Like you say, maybe it's also the culture too in New York. I'm saying that culture in Pittsburgh.
That's what I think it is.
Tomlin,
he ain't taking it serious.
Was on him and everything, like you said, he didn't take it serious. So maybe he needs a culture shock. I kind of see him maybe the Chargers because they lost Eckler for about a month. So maybe the Chargers are interested in him. So they don't have a running back. If he wants to go to a trash team, Miami, they don't have a running back there. Maybe Arizona. They have Ken Drake. The boy Edmonds is cool too.
Drake is trash.
They like Ken Drake over there, but I kind of see him going to Chargers and that stuff. And my dark horse is he's going to end up in Pittsburgh. But Dom joined us. How you doing, Dom? How you doing?
You know what?
I'm good.
Speaking of which, James Conner has been trash.
Yeah. So and especially so Leveon Bell, I don't know if he's either going to hold out or nothing because the way the running back market is setting up in the offseason, there's a lot of guys headlined by Aaron Jones as free agents. But Don, what's your take on this whole Leveon Bell situation, man, real quick?
Well, he put it it's nobody's fault but his. Going to that team, he knew he was going to expect. They don't have anything over there in New York, especially with the coach. They were already bad. So him signing the deal before he got there was just an accident waiting to happen. So the fact that he isn't producing, this guy was he was an elite running back when he was with an elite team. So the fact that he goes to a trash team just makes him look non-existent. So it's nobody's fault for his. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to sign him. If he does get signed, he got to go to a good team. He can't keep going to these bad teams. He already got paid, so he ain't got nothing else to prove now. So I feel like he's going to go to a team where he's less needed, but can still do something. So, yeah.
I feel, and like I said, I think he can maybe do that little Todd Gurley-esque role. Because remember, some people thought Todd Gurley was kind of washed, after his last year in the Rams. But he's looking pretty decent in Atlanta. So, that's what I kind of see Le'Veon Bell at. Not necessarily washed, but, still a pretty good back. So looking at his contract, $28 million in about 18 games worth for the Jets. I'm putting him on the all-pro, all-finesse team for the NFL first team.
Sir, that was y'all top 5 running back.
But he was.
I was saying he was.
I don't understand.
Well, I want to go back and forth here, Kim, but we're going to keep moving on.
Right.
Speaking of Atlanta, as I said, let's go ahead and go to Dan Quinn. Falcons lost this past week. They are now 0-5. It's actually a funny picture of Dan Quinn hitting the deuces, and Dan Quinn has been fired. I think the GM has also been let go as well. The owner came out and pretty much said in the podcast that Dan Quinn, the GM and the coach both agreed going into this year that it was either playoffs or was it playoffs or bust or Super Bowl or bust? I can't remember. But it was playoff or bust. And he said going 0-5, you pretty much know that you're not making the playoffs. So he was like, instead of waiting until the end of the year, let's get rid of it. Let's have him let go now, have him leave and all that stuff. Figure out what we're going to do next. And then he also said he's not committed to Matt Ryan, for the future. So. Dom, since you just joined us, man, what's your take on this whole Atlanta situation? Dan Quinn getting fired and potentially Matt Ryan, now you being a Falcon quarterback no more.
It's about time. I mean, this team was just coming off a Super Bowl a few years ago, no matter that they choked the lead or not, but they was there. I mean, they had a roster that was loading and everything, and then as soon as they lost, everything just crumbled. So it's about time they got rid of Dan Quinn. I thought they would have did it earlier, but, it's the Falcons. So it didn't surprise me. But, it's about time for a change in Atlanta. Hopefully they can get back to their normal ways. I doubt it. But they got a lot of work to do to get back to normal, man. They got a lot of people to let go and a lot of reconstructing. And with Matt Ryan's departure, him not being able, he probably won't be coming back. I feel like he could go to another team and be an elite quarterback. Because he don't have an offensive line, so I don't think you can expect him to do much. Yeah, he don't really have anything over there, so you can't really expect much from Matt Ryan's production. But I think if he goes to a team with an offensive line, he'd be back to his normal ways, Pro Bowl style.
So got you, Zilla. What's your whole thing on this whole Dan Quinn stuff and Matt Ryan?
I don't think they get rid of Matt Ryan unless they're tanking. They intentionally tank for who's that QB coming?
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
Lawrence.
unless they intentionally tank for him, you ain't getting a better QB than Ryan. Doesn't he still have a year left?
I'm not looking right now. They also Justin Fields. He's also the second quarterback in the draft too. From
I
Ohio
don't
State.
think they're gonna. He ain't. Is he a sure thing?
He's not. He's a mobile. He's a good mobile
I
quarterback.
Why are you asking all these questions, sir? Didn't you have him number 3 in your top 5 quarterbacks?
I was just
That's
about
what I
to
said.
I was just about
That's
to
what I
say, why are
said.
you asking about quarterback?
I don't.
Some
But
people just be listing names just to be listing them and shit. You know, that's all I'm saying.
You said he went on Madden and just looked at it. Oh man,
Nah,
what did you say, so?
nah. I just thought Matt Ryan this year would go off, but apparently Julio wanted to make it his last year to go off. This man wants to go in the bargain bin. But I don't think they get rid of Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan ain't the real problem. Their problem is everything else around them. Julio's injured this year. Ridley's the only offensive weapon besides Gurley. And they fired the coach. The team ain't really been the same since what's his face in San Fran left.
Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah. The whole team, I don't know what it is with the coordinators there. Nobody can get right besides Julio and Ridley. Everybody else is trash around them besides them.
Okay.
Defense is never top 10. They just pure garbage.
Kid, what's your thoughts on the whole Falcons situation, man?
It's unfortunate, you know. I was trying to tell my guy Quest, you know, Falcons fan out there. Look, man, they was fighting hard for Dan Quinn. You know, they made it kind of tough for us when we played them the other day, and it's unfortunate to see Dan Quinn get fired.
He told that a few years ago. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, with that being said, it looks like it's a new era in Atlanta, and so I personally think what they should do: trade Julio, trade him this year by the trade deadline. Trade Julio and see what kind of offers you can get for Matt Ryan. Man, blow it up. Why not? I mean, blow it up. You keep Ridley, keep everybody else. Just get rid of those two guys. I'm pretty sure they can get maybe a second or even a third for Matt Ryan. I mean, you can see what you get out of Julio and go from there, man. Rebuild in the draft. Why not?
Gotcha. Boy, what's your thoughts on this whole Falcon stuff, man?
Go ahead, trade Julio and Matt Ryan to the Dolphins. You take Fitz Magic, work them out.
They got Tua.
Or Tua, whatever one you can get. Just get them out of there, dude. It's over. It sucks to see Dan Quinn go out like that. Personally, I feel like, you know, if my coach got me a 30-point lead and then my players stink it up, that really ain't my fault. But, you know, whatever. It is what it is, man.
Hey, man, NFL's cold business. Some say he should have been let go last year. But I think the owner went into the mindset this year of like, look, playoffs are bust. And so I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at him letting him go this early. Some people said that he should let Dan Quinn last of the year. But look, after that, to me, like I said, after that Cowboy game, I said it was time.
It was over.
But is that Dan Quinn's fault? Like I'm just saying, a few of those
how many
losses,
25-point leads do you give up before it's your fault?
And no, because kid knows this. If you're giving up big leads that's not on the players. That's coaching. That's discipline. When you have a lot of penalties, when you have people that are kind of flustered, like especially that onside kick thing, because you call a timeout as soon as the Cowboys line up for the onside kick. They called a timeout because they saw how they were going to do it. So you have to know the rules. That's coaching right there. That comes down to coaching. When you have a lot of penalties, that comes down to coaching.
Prior to that, all those damn points I set y'all up with, but then the defense takes a shit. That
if I'm not mistaken, isn't Dan Quinn a defensive guy? And wasn't he the defensive coordinator for the Seahawks and for the Legion of Boom?
Yeah.
So he's a defensive guy, right? So you're telling me the defense
top 10 in defense.
And he has a huge hand in the defense. I don't know if he's the official DC, but I think he calls the plays for defense, if I'm not mistaken. So, you talk about the defense giving up them leads, that's on Dan Quinn. Again, that's on him. So, hey, man.
Atlanta's never been a good defense team, though, bro.
They've
been top 10 in defense 2 times.
And they brought Dan Quinn and they brought Dan Quinn in there to help that because he was with the Legion of Boom, and so
he took you to the Super Bowl too,
and they lost.
Nah, that offense. Yeah.
And they lost. Anyways, but with that being said, my last thing on the whole Dan Quinn thing, because we're going to keep it moving forward. I have a dark horse situation, like Boy said, trade Matt Ryan, Julio. I think Julio should be traded, get him out of poverty, get him to a winner. I would say trade Matt Ryan, call up Jerry, be like, look, Jerry, if you ain't trying to pay Dak, you gotta win now. Give me Dak. I'll give you Matt Ryan. You got somebody who can win right now. I get somebody for the future, and that I'm willing to pay. Hey, I'm just saying. That's just a dark horse. It's a reach. It's just a dark horse reach. But
I mean, that's a good dark horse because they didn't agree to a deal.
That's not bad.
I'm just saying, Matt Ryan under contract for potential for 3 more years. He has an out after next season, and Jerry apparently doesn't want to pay Dak. He thinks he's not worth that money. Matt Ryan only getting paid $30-some million.
You want a real dark horse? You seen how trash Breeze is playing? I'll trade for Matt Ryan.
Hey man, nah. Let the Saints tell it. Taysom Hill's gonna be the guy to take over. Speaking of the Saints, we'll touch on this real quick, and then we'll talk about one more time before we get to the pick'ems, because again we're gonna move past it. Michael Thomas was suspended by the team himself for the Monday Night Football game for apparently fighting a teammate, a la Earl Thomas, but we haven't seen the video. It was a fake report out that I thought was pretty funny that said that he was getting called a slant god. I don't know what happened in that situation, but kid, and when I saw that tweet, I thought that was pretty funny. Whoever posted that was funny. But Michael Thomas got a fight with one of his corners. Again, we all know fights happen typically in training camp, so a fight for like this happened in practice, and for the Saints to suspend him, it must have been serious. Kid, what's your thoughts on this whole situation, man? Michael Thomas, and they just paid him.
Supposedly they saying they weren't even a fight. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the truth is. It's definitely probably something to keep your eyes out on, especially as the season goes on. Especially with Michael Thomas, he always talking about something. He was tweeting last night about something. So,
crying.
Definitely keep your eyes on. I don't think nothing happens though. I mean, Michael Thomas is too big time for them to like get rid of unless there's something like crazy going on. But I think he'll be fine though. They'll be fine. Saints will be good.
What you think, Down? Talk. Zilla, what you think?
Yeah, I'm here. I was trying to unmute my mic. Man, this is crazy. Between Thomas Jones, Earl Thomas, Michael Thomas, something about these Thomases, man. They just can't seem to stay out of trouble. They just can't seem to stay out of trouble. What you fight your teammate for? Because he's spitting facts? That's crazy. That is wild. But hey, you know how it is. Next man up. Whatever the Saints do, I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep him and let it slide. They just paid the man half their salary. I don't think they're gonna do anything. But if they do let him go, he'll just go slant away and fight somebody else in practice. Yeah, I mean, he's a crybaby. It is what it is.
Wow. Zilla, what's your thoughts real quick?
Hey, that man could come over here and run some slants.
Somebody want to go to Ravens. Get your ass out of here.
That man could come and run some slants over here.
Man.
But if that's true, I don't think they're getting rid of him. Their offense is terrible without him. So they need big.
Boy, what's your thoughts on it?
You talk about Leveon Bell as part of the whole finesse team. Shout out to Michael Thomas for being slant guy 4 years. How much money he got paid?
$100 million.
That's fucking ridiculous. For 4-yard catches, that is the finesse of the decade. And yeah, him knocking out cornerbacks, I mean, shit. They probably spitting facts. Like, yeah, how you get paid? Help me. He got mad about it. But they ain't going to drop him. I mean, maybe, and if they do, hey, coming to the Steelers. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, like I said, I don't expect him to get.
We need another Switzer.
Wow. I expect Michael Thomas to be on the team next year, but maybe 2 years from now, depending on, and again, maybe depending if Drew Brees retires after this year, whoever the quarterback is, maybe him and the other quarterback don't click like that. And, this is kind of one of those situations where you like kids say, you got to just monitor it. I thought the Giants wouldn't trade Odell after they just paid him a year ago. And then they released him the next year after that because, they said he couldn't handle it, whatever. So, we'll see, keep your eyes out on it. And so, that's with that. One last thing, man, before we get into this pickup, again, like we said, we're going through this kind of rapid fire. Analyzing the NFL COVID stuff, it seems like it's a weekly thing. As of right now, it has been talks about having a potential Week 18, which is basically either pausing the season for about a week or any games that have to get made up, they'll just have a Week 18 for that. They said it's not going to be a Pro Bowl this year. They said they're probably going to figure out how they're going to do that, but there's going to be no Pro Bowl. And they said a potential playoff bubble. And with that, they said that the two cities that they'll probably do is it'll be in two cities for only the playoff teams, and it'll be in Dallas and Los Angeles. I don't know exactly how that's 100% going to work.
All I know is if they do a bubble, send Green Bay to Dallas. They would go. They would go undefeated in Jerry's world.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy. But so it's okay. What you think about the whole playoff bubble and how the NFL is handling the Week 18 and all that extra stuff?
I don't know, man. I personally, honestly, all jokes aside, I'm not really feeling that playoff bubble, bro. Because I feel like that's taking advantage. That's taking away the home field advantage in which I expect my Packers to have. And so if people got to come down to Green Bay and it's cold, they got to go through Lambeau. So I ain't feeling that bubble. That's just me personally.
Damn, you need the home.
So you telling me that Aaron Rodgers can't win in 70-degree weather?
I'm sure he could, but I want them to come to Green Bay.
Hey, kid, this is an unusual year.
I want them to feel it.
Sacrifice is going to have to be made. What your thoughts on this, Zilla?
You need all the advantages you can get.
I mean, look, they want to put Rodgers in the dome with no crowd. Be my guest. Be my guest. I'm for that too.
You think Jerry World ain't gonna have a crowd?
I was just about to say, kid. I think the whole bubble. I think they're trying to get fans. Like,
look, I don't think. Hey, it ain't gonna be packed though.
I ain't gonna be packed. No.
Oh, it will. Believe me. That's Texas. That place about to be packed.
Look, Rodgers right now on the road with like barely to no fans in it. He doing whatever he want to do on offense, bro.
Hard count, cheap plays.
Hey, be disciplined.
What you think, Zilla?
About the bubble?
Yeah, the bubble, Week 18, all that. Real quick.
If it comes to that, it's probably for the best. Like that way, the games stay on schedule. And we don't got to skip week. Like we can't skip playoff games, so they're probably gonna have to do that. So.
Especially mess with these AFC teams. Y'all just can't get it together over there.
Hey, what the hell?
I'm just saying, man.
There's only one AFC team that can't get it together. Relax. What's your take down?
This whole bubble thing will kind of it'll be a lot, in my opinion. They're gonna have to do at least two bubbles because I don't think it's gonna be able to do just one.
Nah, it's gonna be two.
It's got to be two. If everybody would just put a mask on and go by protocol, we wouldn't have to do this situation to begin with.
Thank you.
Because it's just a lot. I mean, every other team doesn't have an issue with following protocol, but two organizations. But it's just crazy. 2 or 3. Yes, and the Patriots are included, sir.
What you mean? We had two.
The Patriots are included. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. Wear your mask and wash your hands.
We do wear a mask and wash our hands.
I mean, the commissioner gonna figure something out.
Stop going out to eat, having dinner.
Yeah, man.
We at his house.
Just saying, sir.
Y'all crazy. Y'all just slowing everything down. We doing everything is just fine. Just take care of yourself. We don't need no bubble. We'll be all right. Wow. This whole 2 arena thing would be a lot. I ain't gonna keep up.
That's crazy. Boy, what's your thoughts on the whole potential playoff bubble?
Put my team in a bubble because these motherfuckers is reckless out here. I need my team in a bubble because apparently Patriots, Titans, and whoever else don't know how to follow.
Why
we ain't got time for them.
God, I hate it.
Get them out of the way. And we need to start giving up some W's up in here for people being in response.
Start forfeiting some games around here.
Look, man, this is all I gotta say. I see Sel join. We're gonna get his take because he's been preaching about this, and then we'll move on to the pickles. But all I gotta say about the Patriots is this: I told people, I said, if you didn't know no better, you would have thought the Patriots had the outbreak. It ain't even us; it's the Titans. So stop it. About the whole Week 18 games and no Pro Bowl out there, I think they're doing that the no Pro Bowl because one, nobody really cares about the Pro Bowl anyway like that, and also two, If they were to do week 18 games, it won't push the Super Bowl back. Like I said before, they have the hotels for a month after in Tampa Bay. So if the season does get put on hold or pushed back, they still have hotel stuff reserved. For the potential bubble, if it comes down to that, then hey, as long as I get my football, I don't care how I get it. And how I was saying,
keep the Patriots out all of the bubbles. Keep them out of the bubbles. Make them play on open fields in high school stadiums.
What I said, what they may end up doing is because if I'm not mistaken, there's 4 games every weekend for the playoffs, right, kid? Except for the conference championship and stuff. There's 4 games, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 4 games every weekend. So if you do, and I said Vegas because there's a new stadium, but what you can do is if it's in Dallas and in Los Angeles, you can have in Dallas Stadium and you can have it in Houston Stadium because I think Houston's only like an hour or so away. And then you can have the Rams Stadium, the new one, and also the Coliseum at USC, or you can do the San Francisco 49ers Stadium if you want to do it like that. Therefore, you can have 2 because you're not going to be able to play a game back-to-back the same day. So you can have 1 game Saturday at LA at the Rams. You have 1 game Sunday at the Coliseum or in San Fran because it's not that far of a difference. And then for the vice versa, you have Saturday will be Dallas, Sunday will be Houston, or however you want to work it. And you can have it where, depending on the teams, like maybe you have the NFC teams in LA because they won't have a home thing advantage because it will be unless the Rams make the playoffs, and that's different. But you want to have home field advantage. And if you put the AFC teams in the NFC because the only teams that's in Dallas and Houston are making the playoffs. So that's
why
why
they'll have them how they are. They'll put the NFC teams probably in Dallas, AFC teams in LA, and then 1 game will be Sunday, 1 game will be Saturday. That's how they always do it.
Yeah, but I'm saying you put the AFC teams in the Dallas bubble because Houston's the only AFC team with Dallas and Houston are making the playoffs. You put the NFC teams in LA and the only team that might make it is the Rams because if you do the Coliseum in the Rams Stadium, then nobody has a distinct home field advantage. It cuts it out. Everything's good. That's how I see it. So you join the party, man, real quick, man. What you think on a potential playoff bubble, man?
Yeah, I think playoff bubble is perfect, man. Like I've been saying, NBA did it, and they had 0 tests over that whole span of the bubble. Perfect. So yeah, man, I'm definitely a fan of it. Keep people safe and basically dummy proof because obviously, as we've seen, some franchises need some extra help. So yeah.
That's one franchise. Don't say franchises because pretty much almost half the franchises have had at least 1 or 2 positive COVID tests. Let's not do that.
I seen Juju making TikTok videos with.
Exactly. Let's talk about that. Making TikTok videos on the field, kid, with no mask. Like, what are we doing here? Are we talking about breaking protocol? Isn't that breaking protocol? Isn't that breaking protocol? No, they don't. Not in the video.
Relax. They had on masks.
Not in the video.
They were 6 feet apart. I need y'all to relax.
Kid, it smells like breaking protocol to me, don't it? It smells like breaking protocol. Fans on the field.
I'm talking to you because there ain't nothing on there.
No, he gone. Anyways, let's go to the pickups, man. Let's go ahead and wrap this up. We got the Broncos and the Patriots. This game supposed to happen last week, but whole COVID stuff happened. It's in New England. Cam Newton did come back to practice, and they said Gilmore may be able to come back to practice this weekend. So Cam is on pace to come back, and also Drew Lock is back for the Broncos too. So you'll have both starting quarterbacks as it looks like right now, COVID willing, and then you have Stephon Gilmore potentially back. So it seems like everybody will be back as long as there's no injuries and stuff. Sir, relax. Everybody picking the Patriots in this one?
Yeah.
You got the Patriots. All right, cool. Yeah, we're gonna go rapid fire with this shit. All right. Moving on to the next one, we got the Texans taking on the Tennessee Titans. The Titans played on Tuesday night and looked great. They had about a week and a half off because of the whole outbreak with them, and they looked amazing, man. Derrick Henry, another meme, stiff armed I don't know. He stiff armed the soul out of Josh Norman. Okay, you got the Patriots. We just did the first game before. You got the Patriots and Broncos.
I got Patriots.
Yeah, Patriots. Cool. I'm just gonna go rapid fire. So who has? Everybody has the Titans in this one, I'm assuming.
Who is it?
Houston versus the Titans in Tennessee.
Oh yeah,
I'm going with the Titans.
Oh yeah.
Anybody object?
What's the game again? Say it again.
Houston versus the Titans.
Oh.
In Tennessee.
In Tennessee? Give me Titans, bro.
Titans, please.
Yeah,
I was waiting for Don to come say Titans for 300. Moving on, we got this is probably the game of the week right here, man. Well, one of the games of the week, I should say. Actually, no, it is the game of the week. We got no, it's not. We got the it's one of the big games. We got the Browns taking on the Steelers, man, in Pittsburgh. Boy,
Might be.
yeah, y'all winning. I see a couple other good games that
I ain't trying to watch the Packers destroy Brady.
sir.
I wasn't even talking about that. Relax.
Whoa.
Calm down. Because that's not happening. But anyway, I know Boy has the Steelers in this one. He's going to pick his team. Anybody else is going to agree with Boy with the Steelers?
Where they at?
They in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh?
I got the Steelers.
Eagles kind of gave them a game, bro.
You know what? Give me the Browns. Give me the Browns.
I'm rolling with the Browns on this one, dog.
I want to pick the Steelers.
Thank you.
No.
I'm gonna go with the Steelers. That defense looking nice.
Yeah, give me the Browns.
I'm gonna go.
Carson Wentz is giving them a game, bro. I don't know, man. Mm-hmm.
Then go ahead and go with the Browns.
I'm going with the Browns, sir.
Give me the Browns.
I'm going Cleveland as well. Before I continue, I forgot to give the standing updates for last week. Kid actually won the week last week, went 12-2.
12-2, woo.
Me,
The parlay
Zilla,
last week.
me, Zilla in the chat went 10-4. Boy went 9-5, and Dom, he went 6-8. So looking at the standings right now, we have Dom in last place at 52-26. Zilla is a game above him, 53-25. Me in the chat is tied in third place with 56-22. Kid leapfrogged his way to second place, 57-21,
Yes.
a game ahead of me.
Yes.
Boyd is still in first place, 61-17, 4 games ahead of Kid. So we still have a long way to go this season. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but just a quick update for that. Now let's go back
Coming for
to
you,
the
boy.
game.
Whatever, Tom.
Now we going back to the game. So we got the Ravens taking on the Eagles in Philadelphia. I'm assuming everybody's picking Baltimore on this one.
Correct.
Ravens, please.
You know what? I'm gonna switch it up. Give me the Eagles, dog. Give me the Eagles.
Is this a serious question?
And this is why he ain't gonna stay in second for
Bro,
long.
these are the
Let
type of
this
games
man
that
roll.
help me catch up, bro. Give me the Eagles, dog.
Nah.
You got the Eagles, sir? I mean, not the Eagles, the Ravens.
Give me my.
Look, Zilla don't even sound confident. You don't even sound confident.
What you mean? I'm not confident.
Yeah.
And that one wide receiver that showed up for the Eagles, I ain't expect him. I don't know where he
That
came
man
from.
Carson Wentz about to throw like 3 INTs.
All right,
He was
moving
two
on.
against
Man.
us.
Moving on. We got Washington football team taking on the Giants. This game is disgusting.
Give me
It's-
Washington, please.
I'm going
pick a
Washington.
Yeah, give me
I
the
just-
Redskins. Yeah, give me Washington. Give me Washington.
I'm just going to watch them, man. Shout out to Alex Smith. He came back too last week. Shout out to Alex Smith. He got the game. And I think it was Kid or Zilla. Somebody said he would come back week 5. I think one of y'all said week 5.
What?
That Alex Smith will be in the lineup. He will be in the game or something
I
like
said
that.
he'd come back. I don't remember when.
I think it was either week 5, week 6, but somebody pretty much hit the nail on the head. But anybody picking the Giants in this one, man? I mean, they look good, but it was against the Cowboys defense, so that ain't saying too much.
Give me Washington.
Everybody else picking Washington? Or anybody going?
I'm gonna go ahead and be stupid. Let me get the Giants. Let me get the Giants.
Look at you. Talking about me, and I look at you.
I mean, this game is like picking trash.
So there's a big difference between the Eagles and the Ravens and the Giants and the Redskins. Relax.
Who you got in this one? So y'all NFC least rivalry.
What was it again?
Washington versus Giants.
I said Washington. I thought you
Oh,
were moving.
my fault. Who you got down?
Washington, please.
Yeah, it's probably a few times I'll ever pick Washington. It's too trash. Moving on, man. We got Falcons. No Dan Quinn this time taking on the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota. Boy, who you got in this one, man?
Let me go ahead and get the Vikings, man.
Go on Minnesota. Okay, Zilla, you choosing Thielen?
Is Julio playing?
He should.
Dalvin might be out, bro. He got a groin injury, dog. He might not play.
Yeah, he's out of practice.
He's out of practice.
So
Yeah.
Do they got a bye week?
Next week.
I already got a bye week
Let me-
next week, so they
let me-
might sit him out just to be on the safe side.
Do they have a bye week?
I think they got a bye week next week.
Let me look. If they got a bye week next week, I got the other team.
Yes. No, they don't.
They
No,
don't got a bye.
No, they
I
don't.
got Atlanta.
It's still you got Atlanta. Okay. But who knows?
Go play. If
I
I
they
got
go
the
play,
Vikings.
I think
Vikings.
Atlanta.
Same Minnesota.
They petty as hell. They gonna be like Houston.
And that's why I'm picking Atlanta. I'm picking Atlanta this one. They're gonna be pretty and they're gonna win.
Atlanta's going to win. They're going to beat the Vikings.
Got it. So they're gonna get the first win, just like.
Yeah, we know why kids saying that.
I mean, it don't matter. I mean, the Vikings can win.
He's scared of the Vikings.
I mean, the Vikings got the best rookie receiver, this year. So
Vikings all the way down, bro. It might be right for them. To be honest with you.
best rookie receiver in the game, Justin Jefferson. Moving on, we got
What'd you say, Horace?
That was just Bell week 1. They must have let him out on Bell.
Justin Jefferson, the best rookie receiver this year. I said what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
I said what I said.
Don't worry, boy. We're gonna lock his ass up again down the
Yeah, thank you.
We got Detroit taking on the Jaguars. Ew, this is disgusting. In Jacksonville.
Give me Detroit. I take another team that's gonna fire their coach.
I'm going Detroit too. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Lions, bro.
You better be out.
Let me go and get the Lions.
Who you got now?
You said the Lions versus the who? Jets?
Jaguars.
Oh, give me the Jaguars.
All right. Who you got, Sal? Wrap it up.
Jaguars.
Ooh. Okay. And Dom, you said Jaguars, right? Or the Lions?
Yes, sir.
Jaguars. Cool. All right, moving on, man. We got, Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Colts. Colts kind of let me down last week. Boy, who you got in this one, man?
I lost $50 because of the coach. That's all I'm saying.
What you doing?
What you doing? Parlay?
What's wrong with you?
Hey, my mother business, my business. But yeah, I'm gonna pick the Colts again. I thought y'all had it, but it's all right.
You picking your Colts this week, Don?
Yeah.
I see. I gotta ask you because if you're not confident, then I don't know how I feel. I gotta ask you.
I picked the
state division.
Nah, this is Cincinnati in the north, Colts in the south.
Oh, yeah. Give me the Colts. Colts bounce back.
Who you got, kid?
I got Colts too. Even
Colts. Is Darius Leonard playing? Don?
Yes.
All right, he should have a couple sacks. Okay. All right, I got the Colts too.
He don't even really be going for sacks like that anymore because he be in coverage because you're in that dumb zone.
It's the Bengals. He whenever he rushes the passer, he gonna be in the backfield.
I'll tell you this: Kenny Moore will get a sack before Darius Leonard.
Nigga, blitz. True. Moving on, man. We got a couple more games. We got the Bears taking on the Panthers in Carolina. Yo, Carolina looking nice though. Teddy Two Gloves out there dying.
Got to tell you.
Who you got this one, boy?
Let me go ahead and get the Bears.
Without McCaffrey.
Hey, you said they overpaid McCaffrey, Zilla? That's what you said? Crazy.
They low key.
Wow, that's wild. Who you got this one though? Zilla. Who you got this one?
It's at the Panthers.
Yeah, at Teddy Two Gloves home.
Give me the Bears still.
Really?
Yeah. So you going Bears, man? I'm going Carolina.
Give me Teddy Two Gloves.
Hey, Dom know the vibes. Teddy Two Gloves. You already know the vibes. Strutting Teddy. Moving on, we got the Jets taking on the Dolphins. Even more eel. I'm taking Miami in this one though. They actually beat the
Dolphins.
They beat the breaks off the 49ers last week. They even benched Jimmy G.
Called it.
Everybody picking the Dolphins in this one?
Yeah.
This kid gonna be different.
Correct.
Now, moving on. This is gonna be quote unquote Fox's game of the week. I'll be tuned in for this. Got Packers taking on Bucks. We finally get the 12 bowl again. Another regular season 12 bowl because we can't get in the Super Bowl because somebody keeps leaving somebody else at the altar. So, kid,
yes,
we got this one. I know you got your Packers.
Of course, I'm rolling with my Packers, man. My boys is rolling right now. However,
did you have a bye week last week too?
We had a bye week last week. However, I need to make sure my boy Kevin King plays. You know, he needs to be there for Mike Evans. You know, we need that height on height matchup. You know, that's what Mike Evans can match up with Kevin King.
Put your good what. Put your
bro. It's called matchups. It's called matchups.
Nah, coward. No excuses.
It's called matchups, sir.
No excuses, coward.
Mike Evans is what, 6'4"?
Coward. No excuse.
Sorry, why would I put a 5'10" corner on a 6'4" guy?
No excuses.
Why would I do that?
I thought it was Kevin King. He said 6 feet, right?
Kevin King like 6'2" or something.
Okay.
Yeah, he up there. All I'm saying is that's our tall guy matchup. With that being said, still should be fine though, man. Like I said, my Packers should be good going into Tampa. We about to break the tie. Aaron Rodgers coming out on top, and I'm gonna have a new picture to post on Twitter.
I'll tell you what.
As much as
You said what?
What's up?
Running the ball.
We ain't gonna be able to run the ball? You said we ain't gonna be able to run the ball?
Yeah.
Why not?
Tampa got number 2.
No, Vita out of there now, man. Vita gone.
My boy Vita Van out for the year. My boy Vita Van, man.
He got hurt.
Yeah, he tore his
year, man.
He got rolled up on last week and tore his I forgot what it was, but he out for the year.
Aaron Jones will find a way.
My boy Vita Van. Dang, I really I love Vita Van. Well, you got this one to sell? What was you about to say?
As much as I don't like them, bro, the Packers finna beat the break off of them, dog.
Whoa, sir, let's be humble now.
I like that.
That's not my team.
Facts, Phil. That ain't your team. You can talk whatever you want to say. Ain't your team. So you got this one, Zilla.
Who does Kid keep calling MVP?
Rodgers.
So I'm gonna expect him to play like the MVP. That MVP got that Tampa defense was getting dotted up by the Bears, getting dotted up by the Chargers, so they better get dotted up by the MVP.
The quote unquote GOAT should dot up Brady.
They better get dotted up, or else he a fraud.
So you got Packers in this one?
Yeah.
Packers. Boy, who you got?
Hopefully this is better than the other washed up ass game that Brady had this week. But yeah. Sure, I'll take the Packers.
Talking about Brady like he ain't, you know what? Never mind. Football guys watching. I was about to say something, but okay. But you got this one down.
Packers, please.
Packers. I'll be the lone wolf. I go with the Buccaneers on this one. You know, kid, real quick, you know, say we wrapping up, you know, we trying to hurry it up. But what did you think real quick about Brady yelling at his teammates on the sideline? Like, was that passion? Was that passion, kid? Showing up Rodgers? I bet he not here. Cool. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But you know, the GOAT, Brady's gonna survive. And yeah, so I'm kind of disappointed in you that you actually picked Rodgers. I will say this before we move on. Since he wanted to keep saying Khalil Mack's better than Zadarius Smith, what was Khalil Mack's stats last week? That's another person else we got to watch out for. Because remember, Khalil Mack is just a name.
What,
right?
Last week,
yeah. Remember, Khalil Mack is just a name. I'm not. He not the person with the sacks.
2 sacks.
That's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the sacks. 2 sacks, and he had like a couple pressures. So I expect Zadarius Smith should have the same amount. Actually, he should have more, but bare minimum the same amount of sacks.
Had 4 sacks.
But I'm talking about Khalil Mack. You know, he says Zadarius Smith better than Khalil Mack. Khalil Mack just a name. So, you know, Khalil Mack got 2 sacks against the Buccaneers. I expect Zadarius Smith to get at least 2.5. That's just me. Moving on, man.
Sir, I had to come back because I heard you talking about Zadarius.
There we go.
What about Zadarius?
First of all, I said, what did I say about Rodgers? I said something about Rodgers. Oh, I said, what'd you think about Brady yelling at his teammates? Was he showing passion?
I don't appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I just need to know what we accepting. You know what I'm saying? If we cool with that, let me know. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I never had no issue
I could have sworn that if he was another color in another position, he'd be called a thug. He'll be called
Bro, it
something
ain't.
called cancer
Listen, it
or
ain't even
something.
about race. They just media picks and chooses who can do what, bro. Tom Brady can do no wrong. Tom Brady can do no wrong.
And
I seen
most
this
of it
whole
has to do
slander
with
tour
race.
of Rodgers.
That's GOAT privileges.
And
Slander
most of
tour
it has
Rodgers.
to
Thank you,
do
Sel.
with
Thank you, Sel. Thank you, Sel.
What?
Same way Michael Jordan used to trash talk his teammates. Same way Brady gonna do it.
No. I need to know.
You seen the Last Dance?
Sir,
You seen the Last
Rodgers
Dance?
has the credentials.
No, he doesn't.
He
Not as
can't
Brady.
cuss out nobody.
Not as Brady.
All right, bro. All right, see what I'm saying? All right.
Hey, Manning can get away with that.
Peyton Manning can get away with that.
Yeah.
All right.
When you see Brett Favre yelling at us.
Fact.
Bro, Brett Favre can't yell at nobody. He the reason why they was losing games.
Rodgers can't yell at nobody. He ain't winning nothing.
No Brett Favre slander,
You know
please.
what? We're not about to do this. Go
At
ahead,
least
sir.
Brett
I'll be right
Favre
back. Go
made it
ahead.
to 2 Super Bowls.
No, okay, before you go. So Darius Smith should have at least more sacks than Khalil Mack did the week before. I'm just saying because Khalil Mack just a man.
I expect him to have his presence felt. You know, he should at least get at least one. You know what I'm saying?
No. Khalil Mack's just a name. Khalil Mack got 2.
Bro, it
he
took
should
him
have
like 3 quarters.
It's 4 quarters in football.
I'm just saying, man, the man was getting locked up by a rookie, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hip tossing that rookie. Moving on. Go ahead,
That
leave.
should have been
Come
flagged.
back. Go ahead, leave. Come back. We got the Rams taking on the 49ers, San Fran at home. I think Jimmy played it. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm going with the Rams. Boy, who you got in this one?
Rams, of course.
Rams. Everybody else going Rams?
Yeah.
Rams, please.
Yep.
Rams for 300 for everybody. All right, cool. Moving along. We got Kansas City versus Buffalo Sunday night. This is going to be a good one. I can't wait for this. That's why when I was saying Pittsburgh earlier, I kept looking. I was like, well, Chiefs, but that's actually good. So who y'all got, man, in this one, man? Boy, you going with the Chiefs bouncing back from a loss to the Raiders?
I can see that. Yeah, I'm going with that.
Chiefs, okay. Zilla, who you got?
I guess give me the Chiefs.
Okay, Chiefs. So, who you got in this one, man?
I think it's gonna be a close game, but yeah, I give the Chiefs edging them out.
Okay. Don, who you got?
It's Chiefs versus who?
But your Bills and Buffalo.
Bills Mafia, baby. Let's go.
I was waiting. I was going to say, I don't think Don realized who I said.
It's showtime.
Your Bills.
Time to put them frauds to sleep. You know, they still hungover. It's time for them to pay what they worth. Let's go, Bills. Get this W.
Yo, Bills. So I was last week when they played the Raiders, a part of me was leaning towards picking the Raiders just because in order to beat the Chiefs, you got to be able to run the football and score touchdowns. And I was like, the Raiders can run the football. They're one of the top, 10 rushing teams in the NFL. And they proved it last week running the football and able to score touchdowns. The Bills, they're not that good of a running team. And so I feel like Kansas City lost last week. Then they're going to come in again. Bills is just finished playing on a Tuesday. They're not used to that. And so now I don't know if they had Wednesday off, but the whole schedule thing's kind of messed up. It's pretty much who can stay afloat. I think the Chiefs, tasted their blood a little bit last week. So I'm going with Kansas City in this one, man. I think they're going to bounce back. Moving on, man. Last game of the week. Monday Night Football, man. This was going to be still going to be a good matchup. Sel, you wasn't here early on the stream to talk about Dak Prescott injury. Before we talk about this Cardinals versus Cowboys, man, you were a little emotional when it first happened, man. I ain't gonna lie. You was a little salty, a little hurt.
That hurt.
Take us through what your process when it first happened, and then kind of after 24 hours or so, you kind of actually calm down.
Oh, man, it's just a football. It's definitely something that could have happened to on our football team. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. Next man up. That's why we brought in Andy Dalton for insurance, bro. He got to step up.
Is Dak Prescott going to get a long-term deal?
For sure.
When?
In the offseason, they can't negotiate now, but
I know they can't negotiate.
He's probably gonna get like $45 million a year. People probably gonna be like, he don't deserve that, but
Did you say 45?
Look,
crap.
He's either getting it from us or he's getting it from somebody in free agency.
You could still franchise him. He ain't leaving you.
It's no point of franchising him now. Zilla, the boys been through it already.
They
like I said earlier, Sal, if I was Dak, I would not play another snap for Jerry Jones unless I get a long-term deal.
Yeah, man. He probably gonna get like a Russell Wilson type of contract.
But I like when it comes to contract, it's all about when it's your time to be up, and
it's gonna
and
be a 4-year deal. He probably gonna get. Of course, he's most definitely gonna get over 100 million guaranteed.
And what did I tell you too? So I said I need to get this deal done before, not more so Mahomes, because Mahomes I knew was going to be different. But I said before Deshaun and definitely before Lamar Jackson, you need to get this deal done because the more that you wait, the price goes up and everything. And the whole thing is Dak pretty much knows that TV money is going to come in, and he knows the salary cap is going to jump up within 2-3 years, and so he just doesn't want to be behind the 8 ball.
Yeah,
So
I mean, gotta pay that man what he's worth, bro. Especially the way he was balling this year. He was definitely for the game.
Especially, like I said, especially the way he was brought in. The reason why I think he's worth that much because if he happened to be there. If it wasn't for him, y'all would be in the toilet bowl right now because Romo was hurt. So he carried y'all from that, Romo from Zeke Aaron on and stuff. So
ain't surprised.
Yeah,
he definitely has improved from where he was his rookie year as far as the thrower. So man, he was looking like, I mean, dude had what 2,000 yards in 4 games, almost. It's crazy, man. But he's gonna come back. Hopefully, he's the same. I don't think he's gonna be as mobile. Of course, like broken ankles, they take at least like 2 years to come back. You can play that next year.
I think he'll be all right. Connor Barman, he said that injury before. He said, he came back to what he was before. I think it was either Connor Barman, it was Jason Babin. It was Jason Babin or Connor Barman, one of those two Eagles pass rushers. But y'all winning this one though?
I'm picking them, but it's definitely gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough.
I don't know who's gonna guard him. I don't know who's gonna stop Kyler Murray. Yeah.
All I know is if you play FanDuel, DeAndre, whatever the FanDuel sportsbook thing is, DeAndre Hopkins scoring over. I don't know what it is, but whatever the number is, pick the over.
Yeah, put Nuke up for 3 touchdowns. You should
do the same thing for Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
What y'all putting up for Mike Evans?
It depends how injured he is. He's still
one touchdown.
I think he can get a touchdown.
Said he got the best cornerback in the game, so he.
But he's not going to guard. He said, but he's not going to guard Mike Evans. The best corner not going to guard Mike Evans. He's going to guard
He's going to guard
a hobbled Godwin if he even plays, and then
I bet you Godwin still score.
Well, you got this one, boy, man. You got Cowboys or Cardinals?
Cardinals by 3,000.
Damn, is that with DeAndre Hopkins or without? Is that
both?
Both.
Zilla, hey, stop! We're done with these straight bullets. What you got? Who you got this one, Zilla?
Who did Boyd pick?
Boy picked the Cardinals.
Damn. I guess I'll take a chance on the red rifle. Give me Dallas.
Dallas, okay. Don, who you got in this one, man?
I'm going with the Cardinals.
Look, I'm going with the Cardinals too. CKZ Kyler about to go off. That defense cannot stop a nosebleed. I think Sell can go out there and catch about 75 yards. The way that's
I agree, but I think Dallas might go back to their old ways.
That's if the offensive line can hold up. Because the way they're looking,
their offensive line is banged up.
Hey, Sal, I'm just saying, what I'm saying? Jerry need a guy, I'm just saying, need a couple stretches in. If he needs a guy, no.
Zeke might have like 30 rushes.
I'm telling you, 30 rushes. Andy Dalton gonna have like 150 yards passing. If we end up winning, it's gonna be a big game for Zeke.
He gonna pepper whoever Pat Pete.
Yeah, but that's the last game. So let's go ahead. We're saying we do the Clippers of the week. We give our players of the week, man. So I'm gonna let Sel go first since he's our special guest. Sel, who you giving your Clippers to this week, man? Who coming to the shot?
Defensive player of the week, Khalil Mack. I'm trying to think of offensive player of the week. You can come back to me on offensive player of the week. I can't.
All right. Boyd, who you got for offense? Who you got for defensive player of the week? Because I already know you're doing offensive player of the week.
For defense, I'm actually gonna pick Mr. Mack. But offense, I got to give it to that boy, that rookie though, that Chase.
Oh yeah,
Claypool.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I see. Look,
I
look.
knew somebody out.
See. You know what's crazy? Before the show, I
Oh my
said.
God.
Before the show, I said, "Boy, I don't even have to do offense play of the week because we know who he is." He talked about, "I might surprise you." I said, "No, you're not. Shut up. I knew you were gonna pick."
Ain't nobody surprised me like Chase Claypool.
I mean, you know, are we going to put the tag that he's a system receiver? Yeah.
System receiver. No, we can't do that.
Is he a product of Big Ben, sir?
Hey.
Hey, kid, it smells like the receivers in Pittsburgh is system players. Ain't that your favorite system player?
Look at that. Look at the hate. Look at the goddamn hate.
I'm just saying, kid, you know what I'm saying? Boyd always loves to talk about the system and everything.
Saying, bro. We just saying what you saying.
I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, Mike Wallace, Martavius Bryant, Juju, now Chase Clay. Hey, I'm just saying.
It takes a Hall of Famer to get those there.
And you want to know what's crazy too, kid? It seems like in recent years, the number 2 receivers eating off the number 1, as you like to say, right?
That's what it looked like to me.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. But now that you're back, kid, Rams, 49ers, you got the Rams, right?
Yes, sir.
And then Chiefs, Bills, you got the Chiefs?
Yes, the Bills. No, that's the Bills.
And then Chiefs. And then Cardinals versus Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys.
All right. And who you giving your Clippers of the week to? Offense and defense.
Same 2 players boy pick, man. You got to give it to Khalil, man. He showed up in the second half of the game. And then Chase Claypool, man. You can't. I mean, how can you pick somebody over Chase? He gave you 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns.
Eagle secondary.
What do you mean? Your boy Slay on there. Darius Slay on that secondary.
Slay wasn't guarding him, sir.
It should have been 5, but they was on that book.
And also, one of the touchdowns was a rushing touchdown. So
it's 4 touchdowns. 4 touchdowns, sir.
Well, you get your Clippers to
downplay. You see him, boy?
To down. He ain't no Justin Jefferson.
It's either my Clippers for offense is either Claypool, Fitzpatrick, or Derek Carr, and my defensive Clippers is going to the Rams defense.
Okay. Am I missing somebody? Zilla, did you give your players of the week?
Offensive, give it to Cook. And defensive, and
I mean, you got to give it to Chase Claypool, man. You got to give it to Chase Claypool. That boy was out there eating. He was a dog.
That man was just getting it. He walked into the game, caught a touchdown, left the game. Walked back into the game, caught a touchdown, left the game. That man played like 14 snaps.
That secondary was awful. See, you know what? Actually, I ain't gonna pick him. I'm going ahead and pick. I'm taking my Clippers back. Get out the shop. Get out of here. Yeah, I'm the barber in the front. Go to Boyd, the barber in the back of the shop that nobody wants. Yeah, go back there, Chase. Have a seat back there. I'm kind of busy.
I'm just glad Brandon Cooks went off as soon as Bill O'Brien left.
I'm gonna go ahead and give it to Carr. You know what I'm saying? Beat the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? And defensive player of the week, I would give it to Aaron Donald. I mean, it's very easy to do that. 4 sacks. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people realize how great he is. It was against the Redskins offensive line.
It don't matter. Still
but I'm not going to give it to Aaron Donald though. I'm surprised Zilla didn't say this, kid. I'm gonna give it to that boy in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Dow already know who I'm talking about, man. Shout out LSU, Patrick Queen out there.
Queen, baby.
You know what I'm saying, man? Patrick Queen out there eating
more than anybody.
Patrick Queen, that boy out there eating, man.
Who play?
Huh?
Who they play?
Bengals.
Who?
Shoot. You play who's on your schedule. Ain't that what you told me, kid? You play who's on your schedule, right?
Yeah, all right.
That's what you told me? Play on your schedule, keep eating your food. Yeah.
That's crazy.
You on lunch break.
Downplay Chase Pool. Try to downplay him somebody you play against the Eagles secondary. Who did the Ravens defense go up against, sir?
Sir, they went against Joe Burrow. That dog. They went against that dog, Joe Burrow.
All right.
Get that dog.
All right.
Hey, man, if it wasn't for that trash offensive line, man, Joe Burrow might have got some games. If it wasn't for the offensive line and the kicker, hey, Joe Burrow might, man, he might be 2-3.
Joe Burrow in for another problem this week.
Ravens look good against them.
That boy DeForest Buckner about a DeForest Buckner.
Hey! Let the game come on. The game not playing yet.
All right, who else got to go? Gotta wrap this up.
No, we done here. I was just about to say, we good.
That's it. All right. Well,
yeah.
On that note, appreciate everybody coming through on this Thursday. As always, if you haven't already hit the like button, make sure y'all hit it. Leave comments in the comment section below. Description got all these guys' channels, links, all that good stuff in the description as well. And, we'll catch y'all next week on time. She'll be back Wednesday. Hopefully everything works out. So we'll catch y'all next week. We out.